African trade envisages the complete removal of borders and barriers and allow people to move freely across the continent to engage in various activities, both economic and others. First, let me comment about this headline. Whoever has made this headline is trying to suggest that we must have militant diplomacy, rebel-rousing diplomacy across board. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. Diplomacy is about calculated, cool, effective negotiations that secures lives of citizens abroad and gets them back home, like what has happened in Uganda. This is a plus to the government to get our citizens back to the country alive. Then back to the political development of the East African community, because it started with the economic integration, movement of goods, common passports. Now we are talking about a common currency, and then we'll talk about political integration eventually. And we have seen the political engagements, the activists trying to build a common agenda within the East Africa. And Kenya stands out as the most democratic country. In fact, I have always stated it's a democratic superpower in the world compared to our peers. And you cannot expect Kenya to engage in rebel-rousing relations, any government of Kenya, now to engage in rebel-rousing relations with the neighbors because of delicate relations.
Even when the welfare of Kenyans is
on other frontiers. But Kenyans are free to move across Africa and within East Africa and maximize on the protocols that are already signed on free move. We have teachers in Tanzania, in Uganda, in Rwanda, particularly Kiswahili teachers in Uganda and Rwanda. And we are now having South Sudan, we have teachers in Somalia. So this free movement of people must be guaranteed, but then they must be secure. Our people should be secure wherever they are. And where they have violated laws of that particular country, they must be presented in the courts of those countries. But you can't kill citizens, abduct them, hide them. It's not right. It's not right. And I think the protocols of the cooperation are very clear. If they are not, then they should be revised on how citizens are handled. Those who commit crimes, if a Tanzanian commit crimes in Kenya, that Tanzanian must be arrested, and if there are diplomatic engagements to reparate that Tanzanian, let it be done. But I think what is key as we grow towards an East African political federation is that we must embrace democracy. That one, we should not be shy to talk about it. We would expect a more democratic Tanzania, a more democratic Uganda, a more democratic Rwanda. I know that is what people fear talking about, and authorities in those respective countries may not want to listen to it. We expect a more democratic Burundi, more democratic Congo, more democratic South Sudan, more democratic Somalia. And if you look at all the members of East African community, in terms of democratic level, they are miles away from Kenya.
Okay.
And that's the challenge we have. But still we must live and associate with them.
Dr. Mbai, and probably the expectation by the journalists who penned down this story is that at least from our Foreign Affairs office is probably get a protest note when a Kenyan's welfare or